You better clear your schedule. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for another top 10 time waster video games.
These brave settlers are ready to carry our culture into the unknown.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're taking a look at games that have no distinct end goal, continuing for as long as you can maintain your motivation. Whether it's only for an hour or entire days on end, you'll wonder where the hell your free time ran off to. If you think we missed something, put off your real responsibilities even longer and check out our first list on this topic.
At least we didn't get 3 stars.
Number 10, Fantasy Life. It may have been a risk for Level 5 to jam-pack their RPG with gameplay reminiscent of Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, and Zelda. But the gamble resulted in a title that keeps gamers of all types obsessed. Initially only released in Japan, this engaging 3DS gem was only put onto Western shelves when it was re-released with added online multiplayer. With no pressure to follow the main storyline, you can freely explore the welcoming world of Riveria while pursuing mastery in 12 life classes. Players felt that the game's value came in its open-endedness, arguing that the story didn't actually fit the adorable MMO-style core gameplay. Number 9, 2048. For a short period in 2014, productivity plummeted and procrastination skyrocketed as this number matching app took over phones and web browsers everywhere, blending ridiculously simple sliding gameplay with an enticingly elusive end goal. The game's developer reckoned that over 500 years of playtime has been spent in attempts to double up towards that mythical 2048 figure and beyond. This viral phenomenon has inevitably spawned hordes of its own imitators, even if it is itself an identified clone of the game Threes. Number 8, Clash of Clans. In 2015, 3 years after Clash of Clans launched on the App Store, developer Supercell was still receiving $1.5 million a day, a testament to the longevity of their freemium title. Millions of players were absorbed in an endless cycle of building, training, and raiding alongside fellow clanspeople who have also reached the brink of tapping right through their screen of their device.
I will have my revenge.
Liam? Have a scone for Liam?
Over here.
Unlike other apps of this breed, players are given all sorts of reasons to keep plugging away as the surprisingly in-depth gameplay and dedication to your virtual community combine to make it deceptively hard to put this darn thing down. Number 7, Terraria. If you've scanned any review of this title, you'll see the comparisons to Minecraft. I mean, there's mining and there's crafting, and the graphics are kind of pixelated, so what do you expect? Yet, considering how high that phenomenon is placed on our first list, this 2D procedurally generated survival game was destined to do well in our follow-up. It's the freedom to survive in so many different ways that the two have in common. A range of offensive strategies are possible, and you can feasibly repel zombies and slime from within a carefully constructed fortress. I know it sounds familiar, but come on, 2D Minecraft, what's not to love? Number 6, Sid Meier's Civilization 6.
Our warriors are well trained, but this is just a raiding party.
They say Rome wasn't built in a day, and nor should you expect your all-dominant empire to exterminate every threat after only a few hours of gameplay. Matches on marathon mode can comfortably last weeks as you meticulously study the map, micromanage individual tiles, and plan minute war strategy.
Truly, we have achieved a golden age of peace and cooperation.
Yet, when 2050 AD rolls around and the game technically ends, you can still continue exploring, expanding, exploiting, and exterminating to your heart's content. Every civilization believes it'll last forever, so maybe your kingdom will actually be the first. Just make sure you take bathroom breaks.
We rise to the challenge and become something greater than ourselves.
Number 5, Stardew Valley. Once you've started life on your beautifully designed 16-bit farm, it won't take long for you to start thinking about emulating your in-game avatar and abandoning your corporate slog. While you routinely tend to your crops and livestock, the seasons will serenely slip by as every gentle note in the soundtrack produces a relaxed, mindful state of mind where you feel at home with the town and its inhabitants. Whether you get to know the deep backstory of every resident, or opt for solitude with a fishing rod, pickaxe, or watering can in hand, the game simply goes on as the player gets more and more immersed. Number 4, RollerCoaster Tycoon. Theme parks are meant to evoke a sense of wonder that, as children, you never want to end. RCT gives you the power to not only match the magic of real-life parks, but externally exceed it by creating the park of your dreams. Once you've crafted the perfect, snaking mega coaster and the screams, ka-chings, and barfs start rolling in, you'll be hooked on the satisfaction of delivering precisely what your range of patrons demand. Even today, its core formula has lost none of the addictive potency that reached its pinnacle in the Mega Park Sandbox mode, where nearly anything was possible, including deliberately disastrous attractions solely designed to trap your innocent, unwitting guests. Now that's addictive, right? Number 3, Pokemon Go. The world watched in awe as a game with such rudimentary flicking gameplay became the global cultural phenomenon of 2016. Hordes of would-be masters flooded the streets to catch and battle this kind of but not really augmented reality game. With relatively limited depth and almost no actual gameplay mechanics, nobody would have ever guessed that even non-Pokemon fans would have gotten so into it. The way the game got people outside can't be faulted, however, and if players continue to safely exercise while seeking a Pokestop, that can only be a good thing, right? Number 2, Harvest Moon. Whenever any new release features a combination of farming, RPG, and social elements, it'll inevitably be compared to this SNES classic. While it isn't technically open-ended, you get 2.5 years to maintain your farm and get married, each of the 20 possible endings has such conflicting requirements that you'll escape time and time again into this peaceful world for a new experience. 20 years before Stardew Valley began providing agricultural-themed relaxation, Harvest Moon was setting the standard in the 90s, striking that perfect balance between accessibility and depth. For even further replayability, you can stay out well after 6 p.m. doing chores and chatting with the bargoers. Just make sure your wife doesn't get too upset by your late-night antics. Wait, are we still talking about games? Number 1, No Man's Sky. Containing 18 quintillion planets, the universe to be discovered in Hello Games' oft-criticized survival title is 3.75 times larger than our observable universe. If that isn't big enough for you, no game experience will be. Complaints about the company's failure to deliver promised features are definitely justified, but with the latest updates, it may be on the right track to move away from dull resource grinding and become the all-encompassing space exploration epic that Sean Murray's marketing had you believing in. Despite the scarcity of things to do while on your journey to the center of the galaxy, its scale is nearly unfathomable for us humans, and should you have the mental endurance, your journey will never end. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.